Computers and phones and everything, they have these great tools for taking notes, doing reminders and calendars and everything. But sometimes you just want a nice paper calendar that you can like mark in. This right here is a little paper calendar I made for our Japan trip 2023. And I've got all these different markers for different things so that I can have a nice visual overview of everything that's happening, who's going, when they're going, and it just makes it so much easier to visualize in my head and kind of like make it concrete. With the computer, I don't have that same link to my brain when I've typed something into a note document. It's like when you write it down and have it visually laid out the way that your brain works. There is this new app called Freeform where you can just do whatever. You can doodle, you can put text, you can put images, and it's like this big empty canvas. This is kind of like what I want. I don't have like a pencil interface. Maybe I should get one of those. Use it on an iPad. In any case, if you're planning something and you just want to like actually be able to like ingest it into your brain, try writing it out. So here is a pretty beefy task that I'm not sure exactly how to complete, but everything on this side of the room needs to go on that side. Everything on this side of the room needs to go on this side. This makes it even more difficult. What is the best way? Okay, not bad. Now there is a computer desk here, bookshelf over here, and I still have easy access to this mattress for sound dampening when I'm doing narration in the closet. Yes, very good. You know, it's pretty funny. When I started this vlog like 7 years ago, I did not have these watch or these headphones, but I still ran all the time. And I can't remember, did I use like an iPod? Or did I just run without music and podcasts? But it's extra weird because probably 50% of the reason that I run is because I enjoy listening to stuff while I'm running. So why did I run before? Also, it took a little while, but we have finally hit the point in winter where I am totally over it, totally sick of it. I think today is the last day of February. How many days does February have? 28? I don't know when I usually start rebelling against winter, but making it through the end of February, that's pretty good.
This is something I want to see. I want to see a medical study that has two groups. One group gets up with an alarm clock that is set for earlier than they'd actually like to get up. The other group gets up whenever their body naturally tells them to get up. And then of course the control would just be somebody who does a combination of the two. Do a long-term study, don't compare anything else, and see how their health differs. Because I know for me, when I go too many days where I haven't gotten up at just a natural time, my verve for life is gone. It's just gone. Like living just, why bother living? That's being slightly melodramatic, but you kind of know what I mean, right?
When else would your body do all of its repairs and building and strengthening than when you're asleep? It's not gonna do it when you're awake, right? Like that's the weirdest thing when people say, oh yeah, scientists still don't know what sleep is for. How? That's impossible. For one, I don't think anybody still says that, but two, just like thinking about it for 10 minutes, you could see like What else would it be for? Reconstruction, rebuilding, strengthening. When you're awake, it's like a constant entropy. And then when you're asleep, it's constant rebuilding. 47.3. I'm not sure that any of these estimated VO2 maxes means anything, but just going on with my own barometer of how I was feeling, I feel like I'm slowly getting there. Speaking of physical fitness though, there's this show on Netflix called Physical 100. I'm sure some of you have seen it. But the basic premise of the show is that they take 100 people who are really in shape in various different fields, but then they take those 100 people and then pit them against each other, kind of like Squid Game, to see who has the best physique and whose field will wield the strongest, most physically fit person for a variety of different tasks. A lot of interesting things about that show. First of all, it's very entertaining, and my enjoyment of it dramatically increased when I just started fast forwarding through parts that I thought were moving a little bit slow, because they really draw things out, and also they repeat reactions like 5 times each. It's actually kind of annoying. The interesting parts about the show is that what your physique looks like is not necessarily how you're actually going to perform. And also for this type of show, it's really entertaining when somebody does something a little bit unorthodox and wins without pure strength. Andrew and I were talking about it, and he was saying that he wasn't watching it while he was sick because he didn't want to waste the motivation that you feel from watching the show for a time when he couldn't actually use it. But it is very motivating, and it's great how everybody's supporting each other. Like, it is a competition, obviously, but people still are encouraging each other, and there's a nice feel to the show. It is a very beautiful day outside today. It is 72 degrees according to the weather. Don't ask me why. It is March 1st. Maybe spring is coming. Unfortunately, this house is so well insulated that it's actually still quite cold in here. The task for today is to get everything ready for another episode. Batteries charged, memory cards cleared, equipment checked. You know how it goes. Wireless microphones, drone, gimbal. It's actually been really nice because we were able to use the drone at the last location we went to, and we're gonna be able to use it again at this location. All right, that is it for today's vlog. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. I was gonna say something.